Okay, here we are. So I didn't get many questions, but the questions I got were really good. So I thought, let's do it. So this is my wand. I've only had it about 6 months now. I try it and use it once a week. It comes in a lovely cushion box and you just screw it together and like that. And it is really noisy. I'm not going to turn it on, but it's like a hairdryer. It's really noisy, like a hairdryer. I was speaking to a lady this morning and she said she does use it as a hairdryer, and she said it's an interview, so I'm going to post it soon. She said that she does one side of her head more because she's right-handed, and so that side of her hair is getting thicker than the other side, and it is meant to change hair color, and I feel like I'm noticing my hair getting darker. So yeah, you can actually use it as a hairdryer, but it sounds like a hairdryer when you turn it on, so we're not going to do that now. I've been using it, basically I try and use it once a week. Again, the lady I was speaking to this morning was Lindy, and I'm going to post that interview in the next few days. And she said that she feels it's a really wise thing to use it as a like maintenance thing, and that's how I've been using it. So I do get sinus issues, and it's helped massively with my sinus issues. But I just like to use it on a weekly basis, just as like a top up of energy. I feel like it's just elevating my chi, elevating my life force energy. I feel like it just gives me a whole big burst of energy when I do it. So that was one of the questions that I had, was how long should you do it for? And this is why I wanted to post some things, because when I first got it, and I was doing quite a lot of research on how it worked, and a lot of people say to use it for an hour, and as someone who's healthy and clean and sensitive, that definitely feels like way too long for me. So I generally do it for about half an hour. So the question was, does it take a while to build up a tolerance level to the heat on the skin, as I could only tolerate 20 minutes on the whole body? So I always start with my hands. I feel like my hands and my soles of my feet and the top of my head, I can do that a bit longer on. So I just do it till I just have the intention of doing it for as long as I can. And then I get to a point where it does start to feel too hot for me. So in total, to do my whole body, it usually takes me about 30 to 40 minutes. So I think the answer to that question would be a definite yes. It does take a while to build up the tolerance level to the heat. So just to do what feels right to you and your body when you're using it. I like to try and do a session for as long as you can. And I always try and do it in the morning, just because it does give me a lot of energy. So I think I said in the last video, when I first got it, I was doing it in the evening as like a relaxing thing, and then I couldn't sleep. So personally, it works for me too in the morning. But this question was I can't find the question now. Okay, I'll get to that. Oh, here we go. I'm wondering whether to experiment with using it in the early evening or keep to midday morning. Kate mentioned it was better in the morning, but I don't want to risk falling asleep in work, because she said, I found the one made me sleep for hours afterwards, which is what happens if I've had an intense kinesiology or chiropractic treatment. So I guess that would depend on how much healing your body is doing. And if you're going into deep healing, then I guess you would want to rest afterwards. So yeah, I think again, it would just be an intuitive thing of trying it a few times and feeling what works best for you. But the person who I got the one from, Lisa Cohen, she said she uses it in the evening before she goes to bed. So yeah, that's really fine to do if that's what suits your body, definitely. What else have we got? is it normal for area of focus on the body to remain quite warm for a while after using the wand? I found the first time the whole of my back was heated for the entire day after use. Yeah, I think that is also because it's bringing energy to an area, and if there's a lot of stagnant energy there, then it's going to be like activating the energy. So I think that would be really normal as well for it to stay warm. And I'm someone who feels the cold easily. Naturally, you know, I get quite cold, so I definitely feel like it's bringing heat to my body in the same way that, you know, I love the infrared saunas. And I used to do a lot of hot yoga. I used to find hot yoga so beneficial. So I think for someone like me that's got a cold constitution, then the heat of it is part of the benefit of it, bringing that heat to the body. Next question, what is the blue light? So as I said, I'm not going to turn it on because it's so noisy, but when you turn it on, there's like a blue light, like a laser, like a little torch light that comes out of the end, and it's just a guide light, so it doesn't actually have any healing effect or benefit, but it's just a guide light, so you can see where you're pointing it. So you'll be pointing at your hand and the blue light will be on your hand, so you can see that you're actually hitting your hand and not like missing or going on the wall, but it's just to help you see where it's actually landing. So yeah, there's no actual benefit to the blue light, it's just to help you use the device. She says, what crystals are in the wand? That's a good question. They don't actually say. Obviously, it's patented technology, and this is part of the reason why it's difficult to know what's actually going on with it, because they don't share all their secrets. But that's what we're told, is there's crystals in there. So that's part of what makes it work. She says, I've seen online that some people use it on their face. Is it recommended, and how is it useful for the face? So that was one of the first videos I saw. Actually, there's a lady who, I think she was a beautician, or I think she was like a YouTuber who like talked about beauty products and she was using it as like a facial treatment. And I do that because I've had these sinus issues. So I feel like it's connected to dental work I had quite a long time ago. So I do quite an extensive session around my jawline, all around my jaw and around my sinuses. And I do feel like it's helping with my skin. I mean, not that I had any problems with my skin, but I do feel like it's having a beneficial effect. Like I say, with the hair, it's hard to know. But I looked in the mirror. I was away from home and looked in the mirror and I was like, my hair's look darker, and I was just wondered if it was the light. But then speaking to this lady today, she said that's one of the things it's meant to do. And so same, like I feel like my skin looks younger, and I can't say for sure that it's connected to the wand, but I do feel it's like getting a facial, it's like getting a beauty treatment. So I pay particular attention to the jawline and cheekbones, and then for me, I do the sinuses a lot. Next question, when you build up tolerance to the wand, how long do you recommend using it for? So I think we answered that already, is intuitive. They say to do it every day. So if you're going to do it every day, I would do just a couple of minutes on the palms of your hand, soles of your feet, top of your head, and then whatever area treat. If you've got menstrual issues, if you've got back pain, if you've got poly hip, you know, whatever it is, or lungs, just do maybe 5 or 10 minutes in that area. So yeah, if you're going to do it every day, I would do it for a short burst, and then, or just do a longer session once a week, which is what I'm doing. And then next question, it's about frequency. Is it a bit like having acupuncture or Reiki, where it brings your body back to its natural energy frequency, balancing meridians and chakras? Yeah, well, it's all energy. Everything's energy. So yeah, I feel like the benefit for me of using it is that I'm using it on my whole body, and it's like an adaptogen, right? because if you're watching this video, I'm presuming you understand terrain theory. So when we clear the terrain, we're just keeping ourselves symptom free. So you might have an issue in one area of the body, but by doing the wand on a different area of the body, that's still helping that area of the body, because it's helping create that rebalance, like an adaptogen. So it's helping to create homeostasis in the body. So definitely, yes, would be my answer to that question. That is my experience of it, is it's creating homeostasis in the body. But I feel like it's very similar to zappers, but like an upgrade of zappers. And I interviewed quite a few people on zappers to try and understand how they work. And people explained it in different ways. But essentially, you're boosting the immune system. You're boosting the body's ability to do what it wants to do, like adaptogens do, like all the healing herbs do. You're just supporting the body's natural function. So this is the difference between holistic medicine and allopathic medicine. Is allopathic medicine is interventionist. So when there's disease in the body, allopathic medicine sees that the body is broken and they need to intervene, and they need to interfere with the natural intelligence of the system in order to create healing. So they'll add something in. And holistic medicine is really the opposite of that, where we're believing that the body is innately intelligent and the body is always trying to create healing. And so we're using tools and devices and techniques that are supporting the body's natural healing ability. So everything I work with, all the naturopathic techniques, all the herbs, all the mindfulness techniques, you're just working. We have this belief that there is a state of quantum perfection inherent in the body, and we're trying to access that. And that state of quantum perfection is always there. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just present in your system always. But things have happened to you in your environment, stresses in your life, that means there's been a disconnect to that quantum intelligence. So we're just trying to get those things out the way. In my functional nutrition course, she called it clearing the muddy waters. We're trying to remove whatever the problems are, whatever the blockages are, in order to allow the body to do what it does best, which is return to its natural quantum state of perfection. So that is all the questions so far. Let me see if I can see. I don't see any more. Let me just check on here. Benny came in here. No. Okay. I think that's it. So where are we? Here we are. Yes, they are in the UK. They are $450 US, which is around £380, depending on what day you buy it. But it's, that's the price. They have a 1-year warranty. They are quite fragile because you do have these crystals in this bit. So I really recommend storing it in its lovely cushioned box that it comes in. Can you see it's like hollow in there? So you can smash the crystals in there quite easily if you drop it. So definitely store it carefully in your box. And as long as you look after it properly, it has a year's warranty on any defects. Obviously, if you drop it, that doesn't count. But if there's any problem, you just register the warranty when you get it. And there's a link which you can message us for. You can email us at kate@royalliving.co.uk to get the link to pay, and then it comes usually within a couple of days. And that's it. It's really just a toy, a new toy, a new thing for you to play with in your home. I do think that it's technology that's long overdue. It's been really kept from us. There's lots of people, the more you look into all this, there's been so many people over the years who have made similar devices, who are working with similar technologies. I really love the tachyon as well, which I talk about a lot. So I love my tachyon. The tachyon sleep mask I really love. Infrared sauna I really love, and I feel like they combine really well, the wand and the sauna. So it's really great if you can get a sauna to do the wand and then the sauna. And actually I'm going to offer that away in October, but for like late October and November when I'm here, I'm going to offer that. So if you wanted to come to write this here on this sofa in London, I'm going to do an offer where you can have a little session on the wand and have the sauna afterwards and see how that works for you. So yeah, I'll post that in October. But yeah, I just feel like it's hopefully, I mean, they will try and stop it, I'm sure. I think they've already blocked them in Canada, but then other people will make other devices. I feel like it's the time for these things to be accessible to us all, and now that this one is out, I think we'll see similar things appearing over the next few years. And you know, this technology has been around for a long time. This lady that I interviewed today, she was talking about the scalar technology and the Rife technology she uses, but those devices are usually a few £1,000 at least, which doesn't make them accessible to everyone. But this is something that everyone can have in their home. It's like having your own little massage therapist, your own little kinesiologist in your house. So yeah, I think health seekers like ourselves over the next few years, we're just going to find that more and more this is something everyone's got. Like you might have a Vitamix and iPads and I don't know, what else have you got? A zapper, your grounding sheet. This is going to be another lovely addition to your toolkit. So yeah, you can message us, kate@we'reliving.co.uk, if you've got any other questions. And yeah, that's it. All right, stay magic.